welcome back to Super Buddies Forever series, The Cottage, part 5, the last part. Do we got a flash here? I've got different stages of the floors ready, and I'm so glad I didn't make you guys wait, because
it was long.
I'm still not done, but I'm at a good point to show you. I have done the paper mache up there that you've seen me doing earlier, and you can see over there that you can't see it.
There's words on the floor.
Done now. That bridge has come out very wonderfully. Got a little more work to do to level that out with the caulking. And underneath, the cardboard is painted a nice cream to match. So it's my goal to show you how to caulk texture these floors today, and I'll even it out so you can't see it. I only did the paper mache on the top, not the bottom. You can get an idea of the colors I'm using for the floors, which I'm going up onto the trim.
It reminds me of mountains.
Oh, because I have to, because of these weird little clips that are everywhere that held the cardboard in. Like I can paint good, but I can't get around that. Oh, in here we have the kitchen. All the coats have been done very well. This one might be a little bit more.
Why is it so weird right there?
That's just the way they built it. This one's got a different color floor, which is kind of looking a little bit like a bad baby diaper at the moment.
Like
different from the roof. In here I did lots of swirling because what texture I did, I wanted even more texture with the paint. I didn't want that to be painted. Over here, same thing. So you're seeing that that seam is very well covered. Where it wasn't covered here, I tidied it up with a little bit more caulking, and you could see and fix it and primed it so I can finish that. That's ready to go. And I've got this one pretty much ready for the next step. It's a nice, beautiful dark green. Looks gorgeous in here. I'm
like
excited, yeah. And I brought that trim from the outside over around here. I'm super excited about that color coming in here. And how some of the objects going in here, this is like a beautiful frame and backdrop to make them look good. So this one is I'm going to do a coat of varnish, this kind right here, which is water-based, and it's okay to use in the house. It's not all that stinky, which is wonderful. So you can see here, I did the column. It's looking very well. I went with textured caulking and textured paint as I'm trying to get it to look old and like it's been painted for 200 years, as cottages are.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Little details up here I'm getting painted in as I'm moving along, using my tape to go from one threshold to the other because I'm doing different textures. This one I did with a brush, and the living room I did with my finger. I'm going to do my finger with this one. And Grace is going to take over right now for that.
No, I was going to read the newspaper.
This is super easy to do.
Get it?
In this case of this caulking, you do not want to wet your fingers.
Like watercolors?
No, another thing we were doing, we wet our fingers on here to make it smooth. In this case, don't do that, that'll hurt their eyes. In this case, I want it to be very fingerprinted up and take the shape. So it's up to your discretion.
Can I touch it?
No, you'll get it on the camera. It's Alex's camera. Use your discretion on what texture you want it to be. You can press thick, press hard, soft, go like this, go like this. You
whatever you want.
Play with it and do whatever you want. At this point, I'm just trying to...
It stinks.
It doesn't stink that bad.
To me it does. I only have one nostril open.
Yeah. Miss Drama Queen there. So I'm just using my thickness in this to blend in the paper mache to the regular floor to make it look good. And I will continue to do all that. And you get the idea. I'll prime and paint it. And we'll see you when that part is done, and we're moving on to some details. I am going to do a bunk bed, a simple bunk bed, but I'm going to make it a tutorial and do it separate because it can kind of be used for anything. Anyway, I shall keep doing my swirls here for a while. See you next segment, which should probably be about 2 days, 1 day. See you then.
that looks like mountains.
Here I have this really gorgeous trim I found at Joann's for like $1 a yard. I couldn't resist the colors. They match really well with the rest of the house, so I'm putting that on the upper floor as a kind of crown, whatever trim. And then over here, you'll see it's kind of frayish, so I'm going to use my gold puffy paint as I showed you in another episode of this series, so that that doesn't get peeled away or disturbed. I'm going to tidy that up and seal it. Oh, how I adore being at a point of finishing touches. Here we have the stairs. That's where I want them to go. These are from the schoolhouse. I bought extra from eBay, and I have to figure this one out. This one's going to take a little finagling, but what I do know is down here, I'm going to use my utility knife and very carefully cut these nibs off the bottom so I have somewhere to put some silicone or caulking and stick that on. I don't have this 100% figured out, so I'm not going to video it how I tell it. I'll have to tell you after, unfortunately. Those nibs there, I might have to trim those out too, carve them up so that I can get as much as I can base here for it to stick. Young children, please don't do this with this utility knife without your parents. There's a real potential to cut your finger. Let me see how that thing works out. Here I have masked off this area. I got that gray to match the thing it sets on. And then here, if you remember, we have that linoleum looking piece of scrapbook paper here on it. So I want these to look kind of matching and flowing from one room to the other, so this empty space becomes visually full. Oops, sorry. And I got my masking tape here. The trick to pulling masking tape is to pull it while it is slightly damp. You do not want to let it dry fully for a long time and then pull it, because it will make a seal and then it will crack when you pull it out. So just give that a second to dry. In the meantime, I will show you. I'm using some stickles to make a little threshold. I put them around here, done a little bit over there, just subtle to make it. I'm going to do it over here as well. And here's the stickles. Is nice. It's got a really, really fine point for being pretty precise. So let's pull this off. And pull away. Don't pull like down or anything. Try to pull away like that, in that direction, and you end up with a nice, super clean line. That is handy even if you're painting inside your normal home. When using masking tape, pull it off while it's just a little bit damp still. The paint, that is. Here I am in the doll room. Here's the spot that cottage is going to go, full of stuff. Next, I'm going to work on this so it doesn't look so plain. Of course, I've got the string lights, which you see here. I won't be able to do the colored lights, the light up lights, but I can do these, and I'm going to string those along there. And I found this fabulous trim from Joann's. I think it was about $1.50 a yard. And I'm going to, glue gun that all on there. So I'll have a little bit of that gingerbread look and add a little pizzazz to the end there, and imagine all the flowers are going to go up here. Interesting little tidbit if it helps. These trims can be kind of a pain when you use them because they fray so easily. I've showed you the top thing I do, but let me show you underneath. Forgive me, I have Alex's, or don't have Alex's camera on my own. It's not as precise. Can you see that shine? I just put a little bit of, when I cut it, well, someone's come to say hi, see what's going on. Hi, baby. I put a little bit of glue gun on it before I cut it, and then that's just another step to help me have it not fray and have to be fixed later. Everything I can do to make it stay secure and playable is the best. So for now, I will start packing up this stuff and making room for this cottage, which is almost going to be in its place soon. Well, I've got the stairs in. I put caulking here on the bottom and caulking here on the side. And now I've went back and put a bead of caulking anywhere that it might be touching to seal it and hold it in. Even underneath. Next step will be waiting for it to dry, and then I will just touch that up with what it matches to in terms of colored paint. Fix that up, and then I can finish my trim there. That should look pretty good. Let's hope it stays on well. I finished all that beautiful trim and hung the lights on the platform for the cottage. It is ready. This was quite an ordeal for me to do that. I have no idea why I did not do that first. Probably because I was concentrating on getting this beach done because it took me so long to show the wonderful SBF family. And I also took some time to start drawing up my mural on the back for sky, and it might end up very well being a sun or a moon. And the forest will have its final coat on the back, and it will go all over into there as a hilly area into whatever's next on that catacombs I plan on doing. Yeah, this was just not fun. Exciting times coming here in this house. The cottage is done being repainted. Quick shout out, so I don't forget, for Alex AG for being first on the last video of this beach house, cottage house revival. You can see we had a lot of fun, or I had a lot of fun on the porch. Used some gems for architectural details, puffy paint touches here and there for a little bit of sparkle, which is the joy of Monster High compared to Barbie, because you can add that kind of stuff. I still have the doors taped because I still have to clean the windows. Not looking forward to that. Who likes cleaning windows?
Not me.
I sure don't. And everything worked out really good with the trim. Now, let me get back and show you this. This stairway held on pretty good. There was the touch-up paint, which worked out wonderfully. Looks great. Very happy. It's a little weak, but not too bad. Definitely wouldn't want rough play on that, but it will work. Excuse me. And here is the inside. Looking not like a Hannah Montana house at all. All the coats are done. The floors were all painted and then varnished with 2 coats of glossy varnish. You can see that the seams are not bad. They show a little bit more in that one than anything, but up to a point where I'm happy with it. I love the way the bridge turned out. That's fantastic. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to furnish it. You can tend to see the textures and the differences now that the shine is on there. That really shows up. That made a really smooth transition. Here's some more of the porch. Threshold details. I can't wait to see it with the linoleum center right there. So what do you think? What do you think? Watch the following clips for some of the mural stuff and putting a little furniture in here to figure that out. Oh my goodness. While I had everything out, I thought I might as well finish and get to this. And then I kept going. And then I made the dirt hole for the catacombs. And I am hooped. And while I was at it, since I was over here, I went all the way around with finally my background sky that I envisioned I don't know how many years ago. I lastly gotta wait till this room is clear so I can do that pink spot right there. And this was no easy task. I hope I don't fall over. This is what I put a picture. You'll see what it looks like when you gotta pull this rib apart in pieces. Wow. And Miss Jessica Kikio1267, I did use the doorknob as a moon or sun or whatever the heck it is. Thanks for the idea. I really appreciate it. Well, what do you think of that mural? I was pretty excited. I definitely think I earned my Sculpturer's Guild. I just was upstairs and finished up that pink part above the big house, big part of the house. And this will conclude our series on this. I've just put in here things to show you where it's going to go. A lot of these items are going to be left as they are because I like them, but some I will paint. And it's the same plastic painting techniques we used for the beach details. So I'm not going to repeat that. And you can get an idea where I'm going with this. Like the green is going to stay, that'll be changed. That'll stay, that'll be changed. Definitely looks fun. Now with all the details in it as a basis, I think it's getting that mismatched, fun cottage look. The bunk bed obviously needs some work. You'll see the little video for that separately. Very simple, and I will spruce that up. We'll paint that for sure for Kjersti. And I am in need of a toilet right here. I'm keeping my eye out. And then we got all these fun things that we can put on the shelf, and I can add to those as time goes on. Those come handy for decorating.
Did you wax them yet?
No. I'm just showing an overview. So there you have it. Thanks for staying with me through all of this. It has been quite a haul and quite a length of time for everybody to watch, and we really appreciate you watching and hope you've enjoyed seeing how my brain works when I'm in building and creative crafting mode. Have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and thank you for being part of the Super Buddies Forever family.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.